Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. The Speaker of the House, John Boehner, he really has to stop being a roadblock, and he has to allow a special committee to be formed. And the reason that is without a special committee, the congressman from California, Darrell Issa, can't do a darn thing. He has subpoena powers, but that's all he has. He can't prosecute no matter what. You have to ask yourself a question. If Lois Lerner had nothing to hide, why does she keep hiding it? The only thing they want to know from her is if the IRS targeted conservative groups. Well, the simple fact that she refuses to answer that question, has she not indeed answered that question? This is the same IRS that is going to be the enforcement arm for this Obamacare, assuming that it ever gets off the ground, which it doesn't appear that it will. You can't trust the IRS with your financial information. How can you trust them with your personal health care information? You can't. This is completely crazy. No one pleads the fifth unless they don't want to self-incriminate. That's what the fifth is all about. And by having pled the fifth on two separate occasions, what has she done? She's incriminated herself, but she won't provide the information that could go a long way to end this nightmare. And one of the many phony scandals. There's nothing that they can do to protect her. They can't put her into the witness protection program because that's controlled by the federal government. You know, and we know what they're all about. They can't give her immunity because they don't have a way to protect her life. I don't think an insurance company would give her a life policy. I really don't believe that they'd give her a life policy. And I can't imagine that something isn't going to happen to her. She's too much of a liability. You know, if this administration could have gotten rid of those 35 Benghazi survivors, like send them on a club trip and that plane sort of crashes, they probably would have done that. But getting rid of 35 individuals scattered across the country, a little difficult to do. But not so difficult once you put them into the witness protection program. They just become another John Doe at the morgue. This is really scary, folks. What you have to realize is that the organization behind this clown who tries to pretend he's a president has spent billions of dollars getting what they've gotten to the point that they've gotten it to. They're not going to let it go. They will not let it go. What will probably happen to Obama is he'll be overdosed. He'll get what's called a hot shot. Yeah. You know? When they find some other person. Obama's become a liability. Michelle's become a liability with her lifestyle. They've all become liabilities. How long is it going to take? I don't know. I just know that we're screwed. I really believe we're screwed. I don't think it matters what anybody finds out about Obama, whether he's eligible or not eligible, was never eligible. I don't think that matters any longer. We're beyond that point. We're close to $18 trillion in debt. 20 is the point of no return. If this jokester is not removed from power, we'll exceed 20 in the next 3 years. There's no doubt about it. Look what he's done with this idiotic budget of his. Spend, spend, spend. But there's no money to spend. He doesn't care. He simply doesn't care. That's sad. Not so much for us, but for our children, and their children's children. They're the ones that are going to suffer throughout their entire lives because of what this group of individuals have done to destroy our country. Pretty crazy, is it not? Pretty crazy.